Are you wanting to improve your Instagram game? If you want to include things like graphics in your Instagram feed, I'm here for you. I'm Amanda and I create videos here on YouTube 3 times a week. I help you to get your creative genius out into the world. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, make sure you do that now so that you don't miss anything from me. I have a tutorial coming at you today where I'm going to show you how to use Canva to make graphics for your Instagram feed. So let's dive in. When you first come into Canva, basically what you want to do is come here to where it says more, and then you'll search for the appropriate size, which is under Instagram post. So click on that. Canva does a really great job of offering you a bunch of different things that you can use as templates, and some of them are free, some of them are paid. I would just scroll through typically and find one that looks like something I might want to use. So like this one or this one would be great for a quote. So you just grab that. Now what I want to do is come in here and change the color, change the fonts, perhaps change the picture in the background. So the first thing you want to do, if it's the color, you just click on the things that are the wrong color, and then there's a little box up here that you can click on, and I'm going to click this particular color, and then as you'll notice here, it asks you if you would like to change all of the yellow to this new color, and I'm just going to click on that little box, and it will change both of the things that are here that were the yellow color, so it makes it quick and easy. Then maybe what I want to do is change the way this font looks. So I want to change it to a font that I use with my brand. So let me see, I might use Laura. That's one that I use, and as you can see, the text here is a little big, but it depends on if I'm going to use this quote or find something a little bit shorter. If I find something a little bit shorter, I maybe don't need to adjust the size of this, but for the video's sake, I'm just going to make that a little bit smaller by changing it to size 36 so that it fits nicely here. And then the last thing I might want to do with the font is change this to be a different font. Maybe I'll use this one called Silver South that I use for my brand, and maybe I want to change the color. I can do that by clicking on the text and then coming up here to this box, and then I can change it to one of my brand colors. Now the last thing I might want to do is change this photo in the background. What I can do is just hit delete, and you'll see that there is like one of those little template things for photos in behind, and I can go to my uploads and then find a photo that I'd like to have there in the background. And then you see I just clicked on it and it went to the front, but if I drag it to the back, it'll automatically go behind there. So that will make it where it's my photo and not the photo that came as a part of the template. If I want to change how dark this is, I could come here to filter and I can add a different filter. If you click on advanced options, you can see that there might be some things here that you might want to adjust. So perhaps I want to adjust the tint of things. Maybe I want it to be less bright, or maybe I want it to be more bright. It's just depending on what you like, so you can kind of change that around according to what it is that you want. Then when you're done, you would just go to download, and you can leave it as a PNG and just hit download. I typically like to rename it. It just takes this line that's in here and makes it the title of the design, but you can just say Mark Twain quote and then hit done, and that's just easier to find maybe on your computer, easier to remember what it is rather than that huge long title. So then you would just hit download, keep it as a PNG, and it just takes a minute for it to download. All right, so let's say that I want something different. I can go back to the layouts and I can scroll through and find something different. Let's see if there's something else that maybe looks like something I might want to alter. So this one here has a little clip art type thing over here, and if I click on it, you can see that this also can be changed as far as the colors go. So maybe this color I want to be like that, and then I can keep this here if I want, or I can actually delete that out, and then I could come over here to elements and I could choose a shape, or I could choose something else. Maybe there's something in nature that I might think is cute. Usually, you know, you'll see pictures and you'll see graphics, but what you can do is you can type in something specific up here. So let me type in nature and then click on illustrations. And that way I'm going to get actual illustrations rather than getting the pictures. So let's say I want to use this one here and I just want to make it a little bit smaller. So I'm going to scale it down and then I'm going to move it so that it's centered. You see the guides show up whenever you move things around. And again, you can change the colors of this clip art. So let's say that I want to change the purple to be my purple. So I'm going to click on it to be my purple. And then let's say this yellow, I want to be kind of my creamish color. And then I'll maybe leave the green because, you know, I want it to look natural. And then here, the font, I might want to change to a different color. So I could change it to kind of a darker color. We change them all to this darker color. Whoops. Did it work? It didn't work. So I'm going to copy it, to delete it, and then paste it. And then now it's the right color. So there you go. I've changed that to be a bit more with my branding. Maybe this background color I want to change to be this brighter color. Then I need to actually change this to be a little different. Let's try that color. Try and change it back to the original color. So there I have a new quote that I could download, but let me just change the name here before I download it and hit download. So there you have two different quotes. Another thing that you might want to do is you might want to add testimonials. You might want to add a quote of your own. You can definitely make things larger. I would absolutely recommend on Instagram to try to make things that kind of stand out a bit more. So using a larger font, like something like this, would be more helpful for when people are scrolling, because they're going to see it rather quickly, and then if they can't read it and they're not in the mood to read it, they might keep scrolling. So some people might stop to look at something like this, whereas others, you know, they won't stop because it is too much text and not large enough for them to catch their eye. So you might think about that. There's a lot of different templates, like I said. Some are free, some are paid, so you can look through and you can see what things kind of draw your eye and choose one based on what you like and then edit it to be appropriate for your brand. If you have any questions, of course, leave those in the comment section below so I can help you with wherever you're getting stuck with Canva. And there are some videos that are probably now showing up here to the left side, so you can watch a little bit more about Canva and kind of learn more of the ins and outs of how it works. So be sure to check one of those out. As always, stay creative this week, and I'll see you in the next video.